Hello, welcome to this week's MindBody TV episode. I am going to share how to clear the blocks physically, mentally, emotionally, subconsciously to your greatest breakthrough. And if you missed last week's video where we went into like what is your big change that's ready to happen, and then we did some EFT tapping to clear that, open the pathway for that. That is also going to be really, really useful to go along with this. So if you missed that, go back after you watch this to watch that video as well. Because it's just so powerful to clear what's in the way of your breakthrough, clear what's in the way of a big, massive change. Your body will show you exactly what is actually in the way and do the work to release it. Your body knows how to heal itself. Your body knows how to transmute the energy that's holding you back. So welcome. Where are you tuning in from in the world? Share in the comments here where you are. I'm so excited to have you here. So I'm Dr. Kim Duramo, for those of you who don't know me, and I've been intuitive my whole life, but having been really inspired to become a physician and share like what is the real cause of illness and why so many people are sick and stuck and developing disease and having like 10 diagnoses, and had an insight at a really, really young age as to like what's actually going on in the body that's causing this, and what do we actually need to do to reverse this, to resolve this at the root level, because your mind and your body are connected. Your body knows how to heal itself. And so what can we do to support the body in healing itself instead of just overriding symptoms, suppressing the symptoms, numbing the body out, making them go away, try to manage the situation instead of actually allowing healing. So if you're ready for true healing from the inside out at the foundational level, give me a yes, I am here in the comments, because that is what I'm all about. That is why I went into medicine. I did go and do my emergency medicine residency. Trauma, critical care was like totally in that system, but always brought with me this vision of what I was really here to do, what I was really here to bring. That was a stepping stone on the way to creating what I'm doing now. And I learned so much that no matter how emergent, intense, life threatening the situation may be, the wisest thing is still to go within and establish that inner connection. And many people do the opposite. Like, yeah, I'll get to the inner connection stuff later. I got all this important stuff to handle. And they stay disconnected. But I always found that when things truly were life threatening and truly were emergent, which literally happened every single day in the practice that I was in, being connected within, establishing a connection in my heart with my wisdom allowed me to like know exactly what I needed to do, know where I needed to be when, know exactly the medication dose. Like, am I really that good at math? It would come to me. I would have the clarity. And yes, I'd learned this stuff, but being able to access the higher mind to know what to do when, have absolute certainty, and function at a level of excellence just really was like a whole new level. And so that's what happens when we connect within. And this is also applicable to whatever breakthrough you're ready to have in your life. And so there's two steps we're going to do with this. The first thing I want you to share is what is it like being blocked? What is the issue or the problem or the stuck or coming up in your life? It might be physical symptoms, a disease, an illness. So that's great. Grab onto that right now. It might be something happening in your relationships or your main relationship that's like, I'm just really struggling with this. It might be something in your money, like never enough money, never enough time, I'm always overwhelmed, trying to make it work and living in fear. Great one to work with. Might be something else. So type it in the comments. When you get it out, your system registers it in a new way. So it's not the same as just like, yeah, gotcha, Kim. I know what I'm working on here. When you put it out into the 3D world, it is sort of like real in a new way that you can work with, that your system can handle, manage, resolve, get it going. And so put it in the comments, type it in. What is it you're dealing with? And now I'm going to have you, once you do that, feel into everything about this problem. And that means, yes, feeling those symptoms, feeling the dread, feeling just for a few moments, not like you're going to live here. Just soften your body and like actually let in the full experience of where you are right now with this situation. So you're going to soften your body, you're just going to breathe, and you're actually going to welcome it. Ooh, let's like try it on like you're trying on clothes. You put it on. What is this actual problem? So if it's your relationship and you're just like, oh, I'm so irked, I'm so triggered, maybe you feel it in a certain area of your body. Maybe it's like right there in the solar plexus underneath the rib cage. Oh, maybe it's like, oh, this heaviness, like this thick despair and like a pressure on your shoulders or pressure in your chest. Maybe it's like that butterfly feeling of fear coming up where your breath gets tight and it's like fluttery in your belly. Who knows? You got to begin to drop in, even for just 3 breaths, to the experience. Because it's kind of like if your body can handle itself, right? It can heal itself. It can handle this for you. When you do this part of the exercise, it's like you're handing it over, right? So you're not in the head managing it. Oh yeah, this problem with my dad or the thing. You're actually embodying it. You're letting your cells know, oh, I'm ready to hand over this. I'm ready to resolve this. And I know when people get the basics of like mind body medicine or mind body connection, they think, aren't I just supposed to think positive? I don't want to think negative. I don't want to drop into this sensation. But that's actually not what's happening. It's that you're releasing resistance to experiencing the situation more fully. And that's sort of the magic thing is like when you release resistance, the energy will transmute. Your cells already know, your higher wisdom already knows exactly what to do with this, exactly how to resolve this. But you got to soften your body, get out of control. So, like, take a deep breath, tighten up your fist, tighten up your face, bring your shoulders to your ears, and then exhale. Shake out your hands, bring your shoulders down, soften your face. And now you're handing it over. Okay? Hand it over to your wisdom. And I want you to let in whatever comes up about this problem. Is there like a physical sensation? Is there a thought? Oh, I just can't stand it. Surrender that to breathing in. Yes, yes, yes to this thought. Yes, yes, yes to this experience. And then exhale. Just let go. Letting go means just physically soften your body. It will translate to like letting go of what you're holding that's keeping this thing in place. But all you got to know is just physically soften. Let yourself hand it over. Your wisdom will tell you, will guide you. You won't even have to consciously know. You'll just do the things. It will change. Okay, so that's the first part of this is like to actually feel what you're really feeling. So type in the comments what came up for you. Did you have a sensation? Sometimes there's tears, yawning, or like a intensity or a pain. Like this is gold, you guys. Write it down. Put it in the comments. Share it with us. What are you noticing? Because that sets up new neural pathways between your mind and your body. The mind can't heal the body if it's disconnected. So you actually want that connection, even though it might be uncomfortable at first. Okay, so that's sort of your first thing. You're gonna feel everything that comes up, and then by letting go, or just take 3 deep breaths, breathing in, and then just let it go. Making a sound is bonus points. Do that again. Inhale, welcoming everything about this problem, everything about these sensations, everything about this experience, and then one more time, breathing in. Yes, yes, yes. Welcoming all of it completely and fully, even just 2% more. And then let yourself exhale. Your body is beginning to move the energy. You just put a hand on your heart and say, thank you, thank you, thank you for resolving this for me. Thank you, Thank you, thank you for resolving this, the experience I just dropped into, sensed, felt, let in for me. Thank you for resolving this for me. Great. So that's sort of like the first approach, because there's like two different ways we're going to approach it. There's direct and indirect. And so the opposite one is you're going to begin to look at what you do want. Ooh, what I would love would be. And it may be the exact opposite of, I got this pain. I want to be out of pain. But I want you to go a little bump beyond that, right? I got this problem with my husband. I want to have this problem resolved. Okay, great. And let's go a step beyond it. What would it be like to be free from pain, to be beyond this problem? Oh, I feel good in my body. Or if it's like a relationship, I have love and harmony in this relationship. And the reason you want to do that extra step is you want to get into the energy and frequency of that new thing. And to just say, oh, I don't have pain in my body is actually not a new or higher frequency. It's still referent to the problem, which is like a lower frequency. Okay, so when we think about this in terms of embodiment, we got the pain or we got the not enough money. There is a physiological, mental, emotional, electromagnetic arrangement in your body keeping that in place. And so that's the frequency of A. And then we want to go to B. And B isn't just like, I don't have A anymore, right? It's, oh, now there's plenty of money. There's true wealth, abundance, flow, freedom. Oh, I mean, ease. And you see how that's a higher frequency. So it's not just like, not that. Please make it go away. You can't fight disease. You can only embrace a new embodiment where the disease cannot live in your cells. So that's where we want to go with this. So I want you to type in what it is you want, what you would like. Okay. Oh, and I want you to have it come from the like, ooh, if I were to wave a magic wand, oh, this would be amazing. So go beyond the doubter. Because if you just say, well, I know I can't have blah, 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 so maybe you could just help me have blah, blah, blah. It's not the same quantum leap. You want to just like let your mind know none of those rules apply. Wave a magic wand, get out of your own way, let yourself just go there. If none of those things that I think are true, which actually aren't true, were in place, what could I ask for? What would I love? And so for this one, put your hands down on that space right below the belly button, like way down low in your pelvis. And I want you to breathe all the way down to this space and relax your bum, relax your perineal muscles, just like relax your pelvis. Then I want you to breathe into there and I want you to let it come from there. Oh, if I did have what I truly wanted, see how you got to kind of like revel in it a little? That is a cellular shift. Let your cells start to drink it in. I would have, and then put it in the comments. Well, if no limits were in place, if I were infinitely resourced and infinitely worthy, I would love to have. Okay, so put that in there. What would this look like? What would this aspect of your life, or even just your life in general, look like? I'd be free. I'd be choosing what I really love, what really has meaning to me, what really makes me come alive. And every day, my life would be revolving around that. My life would be grounded in that. Call it the big rocks. And when I work with people in embracing health, it's like you got to put the big rocks in first. What makes you come fully alive? And then let everything else revolve around that. Okay, so type that in the comments. And then the second part of this second stage, is what comes up when you do this. Now, for some of you, you're there. You're like, oh, yeah, didn't even know this was on offer, but yes, I'll choose this. And then you're actually letting in the cellular experience of it already. You're like, totally got it. I can feel it. This feels lighter. This feels good. There's like a effervescent elixir of my own aliveness that comes in, even when I just think about this desire. Great. That's the higher frequency. Breathe it in, 3 deep breaths. Okay. For those of you who, when you think about the higher thing, you immediately, and this is maybe more of you what's going to happen, you immediately are hit with all the reasons you can't have that. Well, yeah, but then I won't make money. Or yeah, but then I'll get rejected. Well, yeah, but then people won't be happy with me. Or yeah, but it's not possible. So if any of those or some other ones that maybe your own particular flavor came up when you did this, like trying to get into the higher vibe, that's okay. That's actually, those are the blocks. And guess what? Your system knows how to let go of those blocks. And the truth is, you've made a decision, conscious or unconscious, along the way on some level to adopt those blocks. Maybe you thought they were protective. I got to make everyone like me. Yep, that's what I'm going to do. And you just tuck it away subconsciously. It's just in there. Doesn't mean it has to stay there. Doesn't mean you can't get an upgrade in the system of like, oh, wait a minute, we can let that commitment go. It just means it's time to do that rearrangement. Some of them are downloaded, ancestrally in the DNA before you even came along, is just part of the programming. You never, never let yourself get rejected. Always be a people pleaser. Make everybody happy. Do what they need for you to be accepted, and you'll survive. And I just want you to ask yourself, is there some way that part of you knows that's not actually true for you now? Maybe it was true in the past. Who knows? Maybe it was never true. But can you begin to see, is that actually true for me now? Is that true that I have to make everybody happy in order to survive? Because the DNA thinks it is, and your programming and the nervous system might still think it is. So just gotta do that same thing again. Breathing in, tense up your face, tense up your hands, and then exhale. Let it go, and let your system know. Body, we can let that go. It's not true for us. Okay, so the way we do this, and type in what came up for you as those objections, because they're actually really easy to let go. You're just going to communicate to yourselves from a place and a space that is more powerful than the emotional trigger you were in when you made those commitments. Right? Like you're scared, you're 3, something's happening, you're like, oh, I'll never speak my word again. I'll never speak my truth again. I'll just comply. And there was a charge, right? Anytime an intention is paired with a strong emotion, it gets locked into the system, but you can unlock it. You are at a higher point of consciousness and power than you were then. So just let your body know. You can put your hands on your heart, bring your awareness to your body. Let your awareness expand out beyond your body. So if you just bring your awareness to your body, maybe you feel the space of your heart. And then to let it go beyond your body, expand that out like it's a light in your heart moving out, 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 out. And it's beyond you, maybe like a few feet beyond your body. So you're in this big egg of light. And then I want you to say, from this space of groundedness, of certainty, of power, let your body know. You can say it out loud. Body, we can let this go. We can let go of that commitment. We can let go of that way of being. Say it out loud. It's safe for me to be free. It's safe for me to live my heart and receive this desire. Take a deep breath in. And let it all go. In the work that I do in embracing health, that's a big part, is it's safe, letting your body know it's safe to have this. It's safe to let this in. But there are also other ones as well. I'm worthy of having this. It's maybe 5 or 6 different layers. But one of the biggest ones, it's safe. This is going to go a long way for you today. And those of you who are in the program with me, let's go deeper. But just know, your cells are listening. You are at a higher vantage point, a higher point of certainty, courage, strength, willingness, love than you were then. And so you do have the power to rearrange all of that subconscious, all of that programming. In fact, I'll share the invitation because we're having a live event, Embracing Health Live, in April, and you're invited. to join me to do this work together. And we will go so deep into your system, because just when you arrive in the room, your system will be open to a degree it never has been before, in a very safe space. So it will feel good, it will feel safe, you will feel loved, and you will allow your system to diffuse and release so much of that unconscious programming, so many of these blocks, known and unknown, that will actually do a massive rewrite at the deepest levels of your being. So I will include the link here so that you can register. There are still some VIP tickets left if you'd like to work with me personally as well in that live event 3-day experience. So please let me know if you have any questions. You're welcome to join me. I'm super excited for this event to do this work with you together. Okay, so the objections come up. This is a main way to let your body know we can release that. But if you don't go to the higher, go to the intention, go to the vibe of like what I really do want, the objections will not arise. So even though it might be uncomfortable at first to meet all those spaces of like, no, it's not true, it's not possible, screw her, what does she think, and all like the negativity or even the jealousy of like, oh, I want it so bad, but there's this thing that just says I can't have it. You won't meet any of that if you don't acknowledge your desire. And so some might think like, well, let me just put that desire away, I'll never look at it again, and I'll be really comfortable. But that your comfort zone is not your health. Your comfort zone is not your freedom. Your comfort zone is not your highest expression. And when you remember it's actually easy to dissolve those objections, you're going to do this. Don't be afraid. Pull that desire back out off the shelf. Put it in your heart. Acknowledge it. Here's where I really want to go. What would it take for me to release everything in the way of that? Simple as asking that question. And do that same thing again. Bring your presence to your heart. Close your eyes. Take a breath. Feel your body. Expand your awareness beyond your body like a big egg filled with pure crystalline light. And just ask your system, what would it take to release everything in the way of this? Right? So you start by holding the desire. I'm free. I'm in joy. I'm safe. I'm in flow. I'm doing my life like there's plenty of time. I'm actually love my time. I enjoy my time. I'm productive and fruitful, expansive in my life. Feel the vibe of that. And then just ask your system, what would it take to let go of everything that's in the way of that? And just breathing in and breathing out. And again, just do it 2 more times and increase the intensity on that second breath. So tighten your shoulders, tighten your face, tighten your fist, and then just shake it all out. And then the third time. And then exhale. I always love making a sound because it just releases so much tension. So the tension was the block. It's like the tension was holding the block in place. The tension was holding that vow and that commitment to stay small in place in yourselves. And so if you release the tension, the commitments go away, the vows go away, the blocks go away, that all that unconscious programming goes away. It's not your nature. Your system already knows that's not my truth. My nature is freedom. And so it will automatically let go of everything you're ready to let go of. All right. Thank you for playing along. Let me know how you feel now. Either you feel amazing. Yeah. Wow. There's really something here. Or you feel more contracted than you've ever felt before, which is actually equally awesome, because maybe your system is going to move through this over the next hour. And if you can find the courage to keep just breathing in and breathing out and allowing the process you're in, I promise you it will dissolve. Give it the time. Drink a lot of water, get your nutrients in, ground into the earth. Just do things to support the process rather than, I gotta make it go away. I don't want to feel this. No. Don't do that. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Let the energy move through. You are more powerful than you've imagined. I love you guys. You're welcome to join me live for Embracing Health Live. That is coming up soon. We have the early bird special going on right now. So definitely get your tickets now and let me know if you have any questions. We have an amazing team that will be so supportive to everything we are doing in the room to really help you go so much deeper and get so much more. receive so much more from this than you ever imagined. So thank you for being here. I'm here every week. We will broadcast a new video at 11 a.m. Mountain Time on Wednesdays in the Mind Body community in Facebook, on my YouTube channel, Dr. Kim Duramo. Be sure to subscribe, like the video, share this. We are going to be introducing a new membership platform soon where we will have amazing free resources for you. A little mini course on what is mind body medicine and how to start using some really potent mind body tools to release anything standing in your way from your greatest expansion. So stay tuned for that membership invitation as well. I look forward to those of you who are coming to join me in Scottsdale in April. I know there are people coming from all over the world, New Zealand, India. I am so excited to meet you and to connect. And for everyone else who's ready to come, I'll see you there live. Lots